What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. The NFL postseason is here. Finally, yes. Texans aren't in it, but it's all good. NFL postseason is here. Now, let's get started off. First, out of the 6 games of playoffs. I love the new playoff format, by the way. Instead of having 6 teams apiece in each conference go in the playoffs and 2 having a first round bye, the best 2 teams in each conference having a first round bye, I like adding another team. So there's 7 teams each going into the playoffs, but only 1 team has a first round bye. I like that. That's much more better. It shows much more weight if you're the first seed in the conference, which the Kansas City Chiefs have in the AFC and the Green Bay Packers have of the NFC. But now let's get to the matchups. Let me fix this. Perfect. Indianapolis Colts at the Buffalo Bills. Now this game's going. These are pretty good teams, though. I mean, the Colts. I believe the Colts are a more balanced team than the Bills. The Colts have a top 10 offense. The Colts have a top 10 defense. So the Colts are very balanced in their attack. Phillip Rivers, who's been in the league forever, 15, 16 years, he knows, he's seen it all. Hopefully, he's a vet. But the thing with Phillip Rivers, man, like, he is not athletic. The dude, when you see him run, it looks like he's on a treadmill. He's overdoing his steps. He doesn't almost cussed. He doesn't move. Like, the guy is so slow. So if there's anyone that even breaks through his pocket, he's probably gonna fall down. He reminds me of Matt Schaub a lot when he played for the Texans. When Matt Schaub would run, it's like, bro, this is hard to watch. He ain't gonna do nothing with this. The best thing he can do is run around and throw it away. But that's Phillip Rivers for you. But he's been in the league 16, 17 years. So the guy's like 39 years old. So, I mean, he can't run like that. But he never could run like that. Maybe early on. But anyway. Phillip Rivers is a veteran. You know, he has experience for sure over Josh Allen. But sticking with the Colts, you got Phillip Rivers, who was with the Chargers forever. The man literally had LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the greatest running backs ever. Had Antonio Gates, one of the greatest tight ends ever. I don't know his receivers. He had Chris Chambers. He had, what's that one guy's name? Not just Keenan Allen, but Vincent Jackson. He had a few good years. I mean, their defense was Sean Merriman, Quentin Jammer. The Chargers had some damn good teams when Phillip Rivers was a quarterback, but they could never finish. They could never finish, man. And Phillip Rivers' prime, they couldn't finish. So, Phillip Rivers in his 17th, 18th season in the playoffs, we'll see. Not expecting much, but we'll see. Jonathan Taylor, rookie running back. I think he led all rookies in rushing. I think he was like 3rd in rushing behind Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook. So Jonathan Taylor's a fresh running back rookie, ready to go and catch the ball in the outfield as well. So he's a damn good running back for the Colts. And I believe the Colts leading receiver is T.Y. Hilton, who's a threat who would torch the Texans every year. Get 200 yards on us, like nothing. So the Colts are a good team. They're 11-5 for a reason. Now for the Bills are good. This is Josh Allen's breakout year with 37 touchdown passes. Like, what? And he had some rushing touchdowns too. So the man had over 40 touchdowns this year. Josh Allen. Who would have thought that? Who? Not me. I believe the running back is Dalvin Singletary or something Singletary. He's an average running back. And the receiver, Stephon Diggs, breakout year for him too. 127 catches. Wow. I don't know if he had like 1,500 yards. He probably did. But breakout year for Josh Allen. Breakout year for Stephon Diggs. Indianapolis is more balanced than Buffalo. Indianapolis is top 10 offense, top 10 defense, but Buffalo has the number 2 offense. They're tied for the number 2 offense. And their defense is like average, maybe top 16. So, for my prediction in that game, I got Buffalo. I just don't see Indianapolis beating Buffalo. Buffalo was 13-3 this year. They're good. Josh Allen is good. Just a second. Let me get my Smoothie King, clear up this throat. One, two, three, let's go. Mango Fest, recommended. Very delicious. Anyway, I got Buffalo winning. I'll say 27-17 Buffalo. Buffalo's good, man. 13-3, and they're gonna get bounced the first round. We beat them last year, but Buffalo gonna win their wildcard round. I bet you. You can book that. Next one. FYI, this is gonna be a long video. That's just the first team. Anyway, second matchup. You got the Rams, Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. Now, this is a divisional game. These teams know each other. They know what they like to do. The players know each other. Starting off with the Rams, Jared Goff. I don't know if he's going to play this game. He had COVID or he had an injury. Something was up with Jared Goff in the last game of the year. But Jared Goff he's an up and down quarterback. There's some games he can show up like he did against the Bucs earlier in the season where the dude can't be stopped. And there's some games where he's just very pedestrian. He's very average. He's not the quarterback that you see when he really shows up. And he just looks very pedestrian. So he's a hit or miss, Jared Goff. But he's a good quarterback. Jared Goff is a good quarterback. He's experienced. He's been to the Super Bowl. So he's an experienced cat. And their running back, I don't know the running back. I believe it's Henderson. He's an average running back. Don't know much about him. Very mediocre. Receiver, they got Cooper Kupp. You got Robert Woods. Rams got some good offensive weapons. And as far as the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson had an MVP type year earlier in the year. Like 40-something touchdown passes. So Russell Wilson's great again. And the running back, who is their running back? I can't think of the running back at the moment. Chris Carson, but the guy's always hurt. They have Carlos Hyde as well, but the running game has not been efficient at all. And the receivers, I believe they got Lockett. DK Metcalf, of course. Breakout year for him. But Seattle's defense is bad. Seattle's defense is not good. Now, the thing with the Rams have the best defense in the league. Rams are ranked number 1 defense in the whole league. So Seattle's going to have a tough time scoring on the Rams, but the Rams won't have a hard time scoring on Seattle. That's the thing right there. Can Seattle overpower that number 1 defense? That's the big question. But if I had to predict who wins that game, I'm going with Seattle, but I won't be surprised if the Rams pull out an upset. And that will be very disappointing on Seattle's part. Pete Carroll will most likely be on the hot seat if they lose the first round of playoffs. My face look a little red. Just got to work, FYI, but Anyway, I got Seattle. It's going to be a low scoring, I believe, in my opinion. I would say, it's going to be a defensive struggle. I would say 20-12 Seattle. But don't underestimate the Rams' defense. That defense ain't no joke. For real. So I got Seattle in that one. The next one, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Washington Redskins. Bro, what we got to talk about? Tom Brady, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski. Who's your running back? Jones. Leonard Fournette. They even got LaShawn McCoy. You got Cameron Brate, that big tight end. O.J. Howard, another tight end. Evans, Godwin. There's not much to say. Tampa has a top 10 offense, top 10 defense. And Tom Brady. Tom Brady, greatest quarterback ever, is going on the road against a 7-9 Washington Redskins team. Really? Does Washington have a chance? Now, put some respect on Washington. They have the number 2 defense. They have a top 5 defense. So Washington's for real on the defensive side. But do you think Brady hasn't seen that before? In the Super Bowl? Brady's seen it all. And who's their main cat on defense? Chase Young? Rookie? Not to disrespect Chase Young. Bro, Tom Brady. Bucks, for sure. Guaranteed. Man, I'll go 28-10 Tampa. 28-10 Tampa, for sure. No brainer. The next one, the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now that is going to be a tough game. That's going to be a tough game. Pittsburgh has a top 5 defense. That's what's up with them. You know, you got Ben Roethlisberger. You got James Conner, who's been all right. You know, he's been okay. Of course, you got Juju with his dance moves and stuff. You got Blackpool. You know, Pittsburgh's offense is good. Ben Roethlisberger is still good. That defense is there, though. That defense is what is making them 12-4. And Cleveland, they haven't made the playoffs in like 18, 19 years. Baker Mayfield has had a great year. I forgot their running back. Who is their running back? Chubb. Chubb is a great running back. Top 5 running back. And they got Odell, but he's out for the year. Torn ACL. They have Jarvis Landry. He was out for COVID, I think, but I believe he'll be coming back. Honestly, this is going to be a close game. Another divisional game in the playoffs. But I got to lean with Pittsburgh. You know, Cleveland barely beat Pittsburgh with their backups, majority. And Ben Roethlisberger's playing in this game. He's a veteran. I know he will show up. Cleveland, this is unknown territory for them. Uncharted waters for Cleveland. Pittsburgh's going to show them the ropes. And I believe they're going to win. It's going to be a close game. I'll say 31-24. 31-24 Pittsburgh. That's going to be a close one. I doubt Cleveland can beat Pittsburgh on the road. But I'm leaning toward Pittsburgh for sure. They got that game. The next one, you have the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. Another close game. I believe this was a rematch of last year. The divisional round. Tennessee beat them and went to the AFC Championship. Tannehill's had an MVP year, 33 touchdowns, and like only 6-7 picks. Derrick Henry, man, ran for over 2,000 yards. I mean, the dude's a freaking Goliath. He's a monster, unstoppable this year. I mean, you know they got the number 1 running attack. And the receivers, A.J. Brown, who's a rookie last year, who showed up. He hasn't been talked about a lot. He's low-key. He's had a breakout year this year with Ryan Tannehill. And they got the number 2 offense as well, Tennessee, with Derrick Henry. And with Baltimore, you got former MVP, Lamar Jackson, who can run the ball like Mike Vick 2.0. And their defense, subpar, but the offense carries them. That offense carries Baltimore. But this one, y'all probably be shocked with this one. I got Tennessee winning that game. I got Tennessee winning that game because, one, Lamar Jackson has to throw the ball, and if he's going to run it, has to run it as well. If Baltimore wants a chance to win this game, Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins have to have big games to help out Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson can't be running for 100 yards, and Ingram and Dobbins don't, or at least combined. They got to be a huge factor in this game. Lamar Jackson obviously cannot turn the ball over, which is very important, which he struggled with last year and the year before that. But he can't be running for 100, 150 yards. You have running backs for a reason. You got J.K. Dobbins, who is a second-round pick, which I personally believe that the Texans should have got instead of Blacklock. I know our running game would be weak with David Johnson, but I don't want to twist the Texans. With all that stuff with Deshaun Watson, it's just... it's a headache. But we'll save that for another video. I got Tennessee winning because, one, Ryan Tannehill protects the ball better than Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry is a monster. You got Derrick Henry running the ball, Tannehill taking care of the ball, and you got A.J. Brown, who's a big target wide receiver. Baltimore doesn't have a big target wide receiver like that. Lamar Jackson likes to run. The one thing Baltimore, this could be a running game, like the most old school playoff game we've had in years. They're both teams going to run the ball. Derrick Henry's going to get the ball 20, 25 times, maybe 30 times. You know Lamar Jackson's going to run the ball a lot. J.K. Dobbins going to get his carries. Mark Ingram's going to get his carries. I don't know if he's injured, Mark Ingram, but both teams are going to run the ball. Whichever team is more effective earlier than the other is going to win this game. But I believe Tennessee is going to win. Derrick Henry's unstoppable. I feel like Lamar Jackson could fumble, throw a pick before Tannehill does for sure. I got that one going to overtime. I would say Tennessee 30-27 overtime. Got Tennessee winning that one because that one's a tough game to call. But I gotta lean towards Tennessee for sure. And then the last game of this week will be the Bears and the Saints. Now, we both know, me, and you guys know, Chicago's not gonna win. Then I beat New Orleans on the road. Drew Brees, they're saying this is his last year in the NFL. I don't want Drew Brees getting out first round, especially against Chicago. Drew Brees is going to pull this out. Alvin Kamara should be back. I don't know if he will be, but they got Murray as a backup, who's a pretty good running back. Michael Thomas, of course. Saints have a good defense. I believe they have a top 5 defense. Top 10 for sure. Could be top 5. Saints actually have a defense now. So Drew Brees doesn't have to carry the load like he has been for years, these previous years. So the Saints are just too good. Drew Brees has all that experience. Trubisky doesn't stand a chance. Saints got that one, man, probably 31-14 Saints. But yeah, those are my predictions. Just to recap them, Buffalo, Indy, I got Buffalo. Rams, Seattle, I got Seattle. Bucks, Washington, Tampa Bay Bucks. Bears, Saints, obviously the Saints. Titans and Ravens, I got the Titans. And the last one, what is it? Browns, Steelers. I got the Steelers. So it should be a fun, exciting week of football, NFL postseason. Finally, we've made it. It's been a long time coming with everything happening in the world. We just need some football. We just need some sports right now. So I hope all these games are great. I hope nobody gets injured. And Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes are literally just chilling, watching these games. And I'm not going to predict yet who's going to the Super Bowl. It's just wild card round. But this should be a fun year of postseason, NFL postseason. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Always all the views, all the likes. I mean, I always appreciate you guys, man, and I'll be posting soon my reactions to these games. And talk to you soon. Peace.